Welcome to a brand new season of Ink Differently, the podcast that dives into the vibrant world of personalized product decoration. I'm Rhonda, your host and education manager here at Sawgrass. In each episode, I'll be chatting with the amazing minds behind Sawgrass, as well as talented Sawgrass users just like you. Together, we'll uncover inspiring stories, expert tips, and the cutting-edge innovation that makes Sawgrass the industry leader in sublimation printing and customized product design. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, this season is packed with creativity, community, and game-changing insights you won't want to miss. So our guest today, I say this every time, but is definitely one of my favorite people. And this one has to be one of my favorite people because he's the one who hired me. So please welcome Julian Firth. Hi, Julian.
Hey, Rhonda. I'm so pleased that I'm in the one of your favorite people club. It means so much to me because the feeling is entirely mutual.
Well, you definitely are. You always make me smile.
That's great to hear.
All right. So, Julian, I have some icebreaker questions for you, just so everyone gets to know you a little bit better. If you could have coffee with any historical figure, who would you choose?
Oh, wow. I'd go for Elizabeth I.
Oh, yeah.
She fascinates me.
Yeah.
She led through a time when few women were expected to hold that kind of power. So her resilience has always fascinated me. She's so I'd love to sit down with her and ask her some questions.
Oh, that's really awesome. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Well, I haven't received a compliment very recently. When we were at Print United in Orlando, that my accent was, somebody asked me to use my accent more, which is not something from the north of England. But in all seriousness, the best compliment I've had is that I look like my dad because he's an inspiration and my hero. So that's the best compliment I receive.
Yeah, that's always so cool.
Yeah.
All right. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's quite easy and straightforward for me, Rhonda. It would be poached eggs on sourdough bread.
Okay.
Didn't even have to think about that
one. Okay. What is your morning routine like?
As you know, I'm a morning person, Rhonda. So up around 6, a walk, a swim, then coffee and catch up on work. I'm a morning person, so that's when I plan my day. That's my time when I thoroughly enjoy mornings. So I like to get my exercise in the morning before the Eastern Seaboard wakes up too. So
yeah,
get an awful lot done before 9 a.m.
I do too. You and I are both alike in that way. So yeah.
You're one of the few people that I hear from like really early in my morning.
Yeah.
I always spare a thought for you up at that time in the morning. But yeah, really enjoy mornings. Like to attack them fresh.
Yeah, neither of us are very much fun in the evening, but get us in the morning and we can move mountains.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's the best advice you've ever received?
It's a great question. And I don't know if this is specifically advice or something that I figured out myself, but it's really important for me. And it's that I'm the owner of my own well-being. So I take ownership of that. I think a coach once shared in part of that information, that pearl of wisdom with me. And it's empowering when you realize that you're the one steering the ship and you're the one in control of your own mindset, your own well-being. It's that really makes a difference. And I think about that every day.
Yeah, you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you react.
Exactly.
And you can control how you function. Those things are not in anyone else's control.
100% agree, Rhonda. It's really important and when you realize that, it is very empowering to repeat myself, but it's a huge one, that.
Yeah. All right. If you had your own late night talk show, who do you invite as your first guest?
Well, Rhonda, as we've just touched on, we'd have to pre-record it because I'm not very talkative at night, as you well know.
Yeah.
I turn into a pumpkin in the evening. So
well, you can record it in the morning. It just airs at night.
Okay, right then. I'm going to try and mention a UK football man that would be well known across the globe, and that'd be Gareth Southgate, because I've got a few questions for him on his selection choices for the last two major tournament finals that England lost. So I do
need to question his decision making, is what you're telling me.
I find him fascinating, yeah, but I would like to have some light-hearted banter with him about his selection choices.
Okay. All right. So we know what your favorite meal is now. Yeah. What was your least favorite food as a child, and do you still hate it?
Yes. It's watery stew. It's pointless. It was then, Rhonda, and it is now. I just think I can't think of anything worse.
Now, what is it?
Watery stew. So turnip, carrots, potatoes in a pointless watery stock.
Oh, that sounds gross.
I could have gone for something like tripe, but I don't think many people would remember what that even was. I don't know. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just, I wouldn't even consider going near that now.
No, I grew up on a farm, so yeah, I know what tripe is, and it's disgusting.
It is. So tripe, I'm not sure how many people would sort of be aware of what it even is, and I don't even want to talk about what it is because it's too, it's foul.
We'll let them Google that.
Google it, yeah, right. But yeah, watery stew. If you give me a really nice stew, I'm really happy, but a watery one, pointless. Pointless then and pointless now, Rhonda.
Yeah. All right. So last one of the fun questions. If you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would you choose and why?
Well, I have been compared to Droopy at some point in the past, but I'd go for Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah.
Because I remember the filing cabinet and the dressing gown. I used to have a dressing gown, a Hong Kong Phooey dressing gown. Didn't used to have the filing cabinet, but definitely have the dressing gown. I used to love him. He's clumsy, funny, and he still managed to save the day, which I can relate to even now.
All right. That works. Well, thank you for playing along.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's always fun to do this. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, Julian.
So, obviously, I'm Julian, Director of Product Technology here at Sawgrass. I'm based in our Sheffield office in the UK, which is right on the edge of the Peak District. That suits me perfectly because I love the outdoors and we have some beautiful countryside around here. My background's in IT and technology. I'm working in the product team where technology meets creativity is where I really enjoy being. Everything we build, you can see that helping people turn ideas into products is really rewarding.
Yeah. Now, you have been with the company for a long time. I know you don't like to say how long, but a very long time. And what are some of the positions you've held?
Well, you've sent me my achievement awards for tenure, so you know exactly how long I've been here, Rhonda.
I do.
They seem to come more often than I'd like to imagine. It doesn't seem 2 minutes before I get another one. But yeah, I've been here a long time and I've wore many hats. I've worked in technical support, software, product, and now lead product technology. I think the common thread is I've always been close to the customer and our dealers, and I've got great relationships there. And I think that's where the best insights come from. Being a customer advocate, as you well know, and but I've held many roles, but mostly near the customer, and that's been important to me.
Yeah. So would you say that's your favorite part of the job, getting to help our customers, getting to know our customers?
There's two facets to that, to answer that question, Rhonda. Seeing an idea that's just a rich picture on a whiteboard, turn that into a tangible product that people actually use and love, and then give us feedback on, like we, at the recent show, we had some great feedback on some of the software we've been working on. That is one of the biggest reasons, biggest rewards in the job and in the role. That's why it's great to get that exposure to our end users, our dealers, and our customers. But I'd also have to say, one of the reasons for my long tenure is the team that I work with day to day. They aren't just colleagues. I've got friends for life here, so that's really important to me. And I think if you ask most of the team, you'll get the same answer. So I could say that with hand on heart.
Yeah. What does an average day look like for you here at Sawgrass?
I don't think there is an average. But it's probably another reason why I've been here so long. No 2 days are ever the same. Generally, though, my mornings are focus time, and then you guys wake up in the US, and that's when we connect, and all the meetings start across the teams, all the different software, hardware teams, and everything that we have going on from day to day, which is a lot. But it's full on, but it's rewarding, Rhonda. But yeah, focus time and then action time, AM and PM.
Awesome. Now, what do you think separates Sawgrass from other companies?
That's a great question. Well, we are innovators and we're specialists in our field. Everything we do is about decorating solutions, and that's our world. Obviously, we've got over 35 years of industry experience leading the industry, and every bit of that knowledge goes into our solutions. It's what allowed us to evolve to the VersiFlex system, which really pushes the boundaries of what's possible. We don't have distractions. Our focus is entirely on delivering consistent, high-quality results. That's what separates us from the competition. Yeah.
That's a great way of saying it.
Yeah.
So, what are your favorite things about Sawgrass printers?
This generation of the SG printer 500 1000, it's got to be the reliability, the robustness, and the quality. You can trust them to print exactly what you expect, day after day, month after month, year after year. I've worked with many inkjet printers over the years, and our current models are the best by far. And our 3-year warranty speaks for itself. It's unique in the industry. They are a robust workhorse.
And they're definitely durable, and you can really push them, which is great.
Yeah, they are very reliable. They're a pleasure to work with.
All right, now, if you were making and selling sublimated items, what do you think you would make?
Rhonda, I'm old school, and therefore I'd have to go for a 15-ounce ceramic mug, the classic. It won't surprise you, my answer.
I knew you were going to say that, because the first thing you ever hear from Julian is make a mug.
Yeah, so it's true. And thinking about it, it's simple, but so beautifully, when made well, really shows off quality and the personalization aspect. I always put a picture of a dog on there, obviously, but even after all these years, Rhonda, I get excited when I press one. There's something about the extended pressing time compared to a 1-minute press that final reveal is so rewarding, and especially when you're showing that in front of somebody who's not seen it before. It's awesome. So I love making a mug still to this day. And
I will say,
I've made a few.
Mugs have the best peel and reveal of any product. I think it's the glossiness or something, but the peel and reveal on a mug, there's nothing like it. You've
articulated that perfectly, and then you can spin it around in your hand and sort of reveal them reveal it and show it at the same time and present it to whoever's watching you. It's great. Yeah, I love making a mug.
Yeah, they are just phenomenal. Now, why do you think that sublimation and the new VersiFlex system are a game changer for businesses when it comes to those personalized products? Where do they fit in?
Well, the reasons I've mentioned on the printer, it's low risk, low cost of ownership, outstanding quality, all the points I've just mentioned, and the support that comes with it, the resources that we provide, make it a low risk, high potential solution. It opens doors for so many opportunities to grow your business. It's just a whole product solution, Rhonda. It offers a lot of potential for a low risk.
It really does, and that low risk, that's such a good point, and that is really what it is. Because between the support we offer, between the durability of the printer, between the reliability of the software, it's all there. We provide all the pieces, and then we'll help you if you need assistance with it too. So it is definitely a low risk. I think that's a great way to say it.
Yes, definitely. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, now, one thing that's changed a lot over the many years you've been here is our software, because you were kind of in the infancy of when we were really creating software programs at the beginning there. How have you seen that kind of evolve over the years?
How long have we got, Rhonda, to talk about the evolution of software? I'll try and condense this answer into a couple of minutes. So, when I first started, we didn't even support Mac users. That's a long time ago. But I remember going out, buying our first Mac and drafting instructions to share with our users on how to print from Photoshop. I don't know the version, maybe CS or Elements, something from the bygone past, but using ICC profiles. We didn't have any software. Then we had PowerDriver, obviously, and then Print Manager, and we've evolved from there. But fast forward to now, and we've developed a comprehensive utility, a print utility that's powerful, feature rich, and really easy to use. And what I love about it is it serves everyone from crafters to enterprise users, and it's got a great user experience. So we've come an awful long way, but we are in a great place now in 2025 going into 2026.
So, with everything that has changed in the way we make software, the way we think about software, the software itself, what do you think is the best change we've made over the years?
We have built now a print utility that's a headline product that's everything's based on science. We've got color scientists behind the app. We use the latest cloud infrastructure to host it without revealing too much. It's really developed into an app that's driven by technology and backed by science. So we've come an awful long way. It's difficult to condense that answer into a couple of sentences, Rhonda, because like I said, I'm picturing where we came from in terms of having an engineer's eye on the ICC profile, and now we're using science.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that's really important, and it's a change that I've seen from even in my 7 years here, is we've involved the end user. So we are designing software with the end user in mind and really incorporating what they need and what they think.
They drive the roadmap, Rhonda. That's one of the key changes that we've incorporated into one of the internal processes. We encourage our development team. I mean, we've got a really talented group of developers behind the app, and what I've done is encourage them to think from a user perspective rather than a systems perspective. So think from the outside in rather than the inside out, and that's manifesting itself now in the software. but we give the print utility the respect it deserves in terms of it being a headline product, and it's an iterative software development life cycle. Feedback drives it forward.
Yeah, definitely. Now, with the Sawgrass Print Utility, what's your favorite feature?
There's many. That's difficult. There's many features that I absolutely love about the software, but I'd have to say, based on some work I've done recently, it's the quick print folders, because we work with enterprise accounts, and quick print automation allows tight integration with bespoke workflows. And from my background, I love to delve into those integrations, and it streamlines production, reduces manual intervention, and gives our volume users the efficiency they need. So I'd say quick print folders, Rhonda.
Yeah, I always, when I looked at the Sawgrass Print Manager, one of the things that made me the saddest was that people weren't using the smart folders, because I felt there was so much potential for them and what they could do. And you really see the way we've kind of tweaked it, the way we've enhanced it. It truly is, you're very right. It is one of those things that really stands out and is so much more usable in this software and so helpful. And hopefully people are taking advantage of that. Now,
we could just add to that, Ron. I think we can do that. There's an opportunity for us to sort of push that forward as well, push that narrative on the quick print folders, because, like you said, that there's an opportunity there. So maybe we'll look at how we can, add some quick tips there going forward.
All right. So we kind of talked about quick print folders, and I think we both feel this, but what would you say is the biggest thing users don't realize about our software?
I think that's another great question. I don't think users realize how much goes into it and what's in the background, and how much we invest in it, and how much it does already, and how much potential it still has. So we have, not to go too deep, but we're at a stage now where we've built a scalable solution on the latest technology without going too deep. It streamlines risk production. We're using data and feedback to make it smarter and more connected. We've got some exciting features coming out next year in 2026. And I think what users don't realize is the potential of it, and they wouldn't do, and it's our job to share that with them. But yeah, there's a huge potential. I'm trying to answer this without going too technical, but we've done a lot of work on the core architecture this year, and that's been manifested in the performance sort of refinements and enhancements and the improvements that our users benefited from. And that's not being done as a quick fix. It obviously has helped short term, but longer term, it's going to allow us to really scale the app and release some exciting new features.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you can see this in the color improvements and the speed improvements. There's been so much move forward this year in the way the software works. What role do you see our software, the Sawgrass Print Utility, playing for small businesses?
The software is an extension of the printer and the ecosystem and the ink. It's developed specifically for our systems. So the software printer ink's tightly integrated. It's a match system. It's robust. And again, I think I've touched on this already, Rhonda. It helps users achieve a return on investment quickly and start making money and building a solid foundation for the business. I can't overstate that. It's the low risk, high potential solution. And the software is as important as the printer, as important as the ink. It's a fully matched and integrated system.
Yeah, we were talking about in my workshops this week, I've talked about optimizing ink use. I've talked about maximizing your ROI. And so much of what we talked about came from the software. from the fact that you don't have to guess what profile to use the correct amount of ink, that you can easily put multiples on a page to save paper. So there's so many things that we've built that do, like you said before, you don't even have to think about it. It's just there. It's just built. It's there to help you.
It is there to help you. It's very feature rich, and I think you have to dive in and use it and take advantage of the educational resources that we have available, like your workshops, for example, to get the most out of it, because it's very powerful, and it can help you with your business.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we also have larger companies and even some factories that use Sawgrass printers. Lots of Sawgrass printers, but they're still using Sawgrass printers. What role does our software and our software team play for those larger companies?
Great question, Rhonda. So we have an enterprise version that we're a very agile team. We can work very quickly. We can implement feature requests very quickly, and we can do that and we can make bespoke custom versions to integrate tightly with existing production workflows. And so we have done that this year. We've done that globally. We've taken a piece of workflow or a feature of a workflow. We've integrated that with SPU to make the production house a streamlined automated operation. So we can work quickly and integrate new features in regards to custom workflows.
Yeah, it's great. And that's one of the driving forces when we designed this program, was we wanted one that was as easy for a large company to use as it is for a user who only prints a couple of times per month. So we wanted to have the features that both need all in one place. And I think we've done that really well.
We have. I've got one location in mind, and they don't even see once it's set up, they take advantage of quick print folders, and they have banks of printers printing all day, every day, and they don't touch our software. They just sit there processing job. So yeah, it's a great feature, the quick print, as I've mentioned before.
So probably one of the things that I'm proudest of, and one of the things I talk about the most on our physical product side, on our ink, is the level of quality assurance that we put into that we are quality checking throughout the manufacturing process, that we 100% can stand behind the ink that we send out, because we know we've checked it throughout to make sure there's no issues there. On the software side, what role does quality assurance play in our software development process?
It plays a huge role, Rhonda. I'm passionate about QA. I want to deliver a product that we are proud of as a team, and the team are proud of. In business information systems, there's always risk, and I wouldn't sit here and claim that Print Utility was bug-free. But what I can confidently say is that we've aligned our internal processes with global standards. It allows us to deliver the best possible applications to our users consistently. We've significantly reduced unplanned releases during 2025. I think only 3 so far. And that's down to improved QA processes. We've added dedicated resources and rigorous testing, and that testing plan is always expanding. And we have some exciting new opportunities on beta testing, maybe early next year in 2026. But our users can now upgrade confidently, and that's something that I can speak for the team. We're very proud of, and we are working, and we'll continue. We won't get complacent. We will continue to evolve that QA testing process, because it helps massively. We want to be able to deliver those updates confidently and regularly. So it plays a huge role, Rhonda. I'm glad you asked that question, because it's something we've worked really hard on this year specifically.
Yeah, I mean, it is light years from days of past where we kind of hoped for the best when we did a release. We know now when we release something that it has been thoroughly tested and thoroughly vetted, and that we know it's going to work, and that's just a phenomenal relief. And so great that all of that quality you have built in there, all those processes to make sure that we can be confident in what we put out for our users.
I think just to add to that, and I'll try and move on quickly because I could talk about this all day, Rhonda, but some of the internal processes I've mentioned, like we lock releases down early. So we choose that date and we stick to it. So we don't add anything in there. We stick to that rigorously. And that gives the team the breathing space and the mental bandwidth to sort of work through any issues, obviously, but then think through and enhance the features for the next release. It's working really well. And it makes for a stress-free internal process, as well as a really smooth transition to the public release. So we'll like I've said, I can stop myself now getting complacent. We will continue to work on that. But yeah, we've made some great strides during this year.
We definitely have. So proud of the work y'all have put in to do that. Now, what tips do you have for our users to make sure they're getting the most out of our software platform?
I think I touched on this earlier. It would be to get stuck in, immerse yourself in it, use it, experiment, make mistakes. This is a similar conversation I have with new starters here. I encourage them to use the technology, make products, take advantage of our education resources. I always encourage this because we have got a tremendous team here providing education workshops, onboarding. Those sessions set you up for success, and they delivered really well. And for a small investment of the time, they set you up for success, as I've mentioned. So I would advise people to dive in and get to grips with it and take advantage of our resources.
Awesome. So one last question. What excites you most about the future of software here at Sawgrass?
Oh, that's an easy question to answer, because every time I think about this, I do get a little excited. So as I've stated, where we are with the architecture, we have the potential. Now, what drives that roadmap, a future roadmap, is our users and the feedback that they give us. So our users shape the future of the app, and that's what keeps it relevant and exciting. Our development team, as I've mentioned, is passionate, talented, and nimble, which means we can move quickly, adapt to new opportunities, suggestions, and keep improving the user experience in ways that generally make a difference. So connecting the users having the opportunity to drive that roadmap and see features that they've suggested, make the public version. That's really rewarding, and that's what excites me about where we're going in 2026 and beyond.
Well, thank you so much, Julian, for setting aside some time. I know you're very busy. So thank you for giving us this time, and just thank you for giving us kind of that behind the curtains look at our software team and what you're doing, because again, so proud of where we are and where we're headed.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. And I could have answered the icebreaker on my first talk show guest would have been you, because you're so easy to talk to, and I do enjoy speaking to you always. So it's great to spend time with you. Great to be a part
always.
Of your Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Cheers, Rhonda.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Ink Differently. We'll drop a new episode the second and fourth Fridays of every month. But don't worry, you can catch us other times as well. Join us for our live workshops on our YouTube channel every Tuesday and Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.